If you're eliminating most or all animal products, you got to bring your fat content down. You got to bring your cholesterol content down. And those things may benefit issues you've got to deal with. Often the calorie content of vegan diets is less than animal-based diets. And if you're dealing with a weight issue, dealing with a blood sugar issue, if you use a sensible, balanced vegan diet, you're going to have some improvement there.
Welcome back. We now have our favorite cardiologist, Dr. Khan. Dr. Khan, thank you for coming back.
Well, thank you.
No problem. And we're talking a little bit about veganism and the vegan diet today, and it seems like, you know, it's becoming more and more popular. And what do you think, why do you think that's happening? Well, vegan diets, that is.
At least a couple of reasons. One is we're recognizing the rise in obesity, the rise in diabetes, the rise in concern that the food is compromised by antibiotics, hormones. People are reading this stuff all the time.
Sure.
And getting to organic and plant-based or vegan, similar terms, just makes sense in the world we've created. The other part is the celebrity aspect. We've got President Bill Clinton out there talking about it on CNN.
Oh, that's right.
We've got athletes out there winning golf tournaments, tennis tournaments, and other activities. Carrie Underwood talking about vegan, and lots of celebrities at Hollywood. So it's gained a certain kind of popular notoriety and a popular buzz about it, the tipping point.
Perfect. And you know, important points that even though, you know, it's more popular, it's actually beneficial for your health. So I think it's a good thing. Lots of times we see celebrities, you know, endorse these things, and we don't always, you know, love the plastic surgery that they endorse and et cetera. But this is nice that you know, celebrities can actually increase the public awareness of something like a vegan diet. Now, we talk about the benefits. What are the actual benefits of a vegan diet?
Well, if you're eating, and again, we can talk plant-based, vegan, there's a lot of terms that fit in. If you're eliminating most or all animal products, you got to bring your fat content down. You got to bring your cholesterol content down. Plants don't have cholesterol.
Sure.
And those things may benefit issues you've got to deal with. Often the calorie content of vegan diets is less than animal-based diets. And if you're dealing with a weight issue, dealing with a blood sugar issue, if you use a sensible, balanced vegan diet, you're going to have some improvement there. And then, you know, you will never find an antioxidant in a bagel. You will never find, you know.
Although I wish I did.
Yeah, exactly. A phytonutrient in a grilled chicken. There are certain essential health items that are only in fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. And when you start pumping your diet full of them, you may feel a lot better.
Sure. Great points. You know, so we talked about the fact that because the vegetable or the plant products may be less calorie dense, which means there's just less calories in them, you may be able to have some weight loss. Because there's less, you know, maybe fat content and cholesterol, you may have those. And as a side effect or a side benefit, then it prevents you from going on to have heart disease, or it prevents you from going on to have cancer. So very direct effects. But it should also be understood that it's not an automatic. Meaning, if you have, you know, a vegan diet and, you know, of for example, a candy bar that's made entirely with plant products, or, you know, any kind of fried foods that's made with vegetable oil, that's not a healthy diet. So again, it's a blueprint or a pathway in order for us to have a healthy diet. So I think that should be said in part and parcel with having a vegan diet. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree completely.
Absolutely. And then what about some of the risks? Now, what should people worry about when they have a vegan diet? What I mean by risks is, so you understand at home, is that nutritional risks. So not that something bad is going to happen, but nutritional risk. What can be some of the pitfalls that we have to worry about?
Well, there are a few. And in fact, to be honest, in the world history, there's never really been vegan societies out there. But the areas in the world where people live the longest, they may eat 90% of their calories or 95% of their calories from vegetables and fruit, and they throw in a little animal-based product that might exist in their culture, like Okinawa, like places in Pakistan where people live over 100 frequently. So because we're kind of transforming it into an all plant-based diet, if you eat only fruit, you are going to miss out on a lot of protein and a lot of nutrients. And there's a few vegans that choose that, and I don't advise it. Number two, if you're really strict on a vegan choice of diet, you will miss out on a couple nutrients. And the big one and the important one is B12. There are sources in the environment. It's actually the dirt on the vegetables, but our nature is to wash off the dirt, and you miss out on the B12. You get it if you're eating meat. You don't get it if you're eating plants. So you need to take a supplement from a vegetable, a grocer, or a vitamin shop of B12. Some also advise take other supplements, but B12 is the big one. That is really the risk.
And in some cases as well, is make sure you get enough D as well for yourself. So, but and there's some nutritional risks, but a lot of benefits. And as you talked about, there have been the societies you talked about, in Okinawa and Pakistan. Those folks live significantly longer, right, than some of our Western cultures where there's a meat-laden diet. So these folks are living much longer with really not much difference except for the diets that they have. Isn't that correct?
Well, actually, the most interesting example, I think, is Loma Linda, California. It's just a few miles away from Los Angeles, but because of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the number of vegetarians in Loma Linda is extremely high compared to the average metropolitan area. But the average lifespan just a few miles away is 10 years longer in Loma Linda. That's one of these areas that has this exceptional lifespan, and it's the diet.
And it's and again, so you can fill for other things, and just with following a vegan diet, you can. I mean, it's a simple change, but again, you have to be educated. You have to understand the supplements that you have to take along with it. But you can do many things. I mean, the longevity or increase in the lifespan may be due to many factors, including the fact that they're not having a heart attack and dying, or the cancer risks are lower. So really, it can have some tremendous changes around the world and even as close as California. So it's important to know that we have an example close by, but a pathway to follow. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Partha Nandi, and if you enjoyed that video, you're going to love the next one. It's full of incredible information to help you start your health hero journey.